Let's be real. Many of us have rolled out a yoga mat, stretched into a pose, and felt that really nice sense of calm. But what if that feeling is just the very first step on a much deeper journey? Today, we're going to dive into yogana's asanas, mudras, and bandhas to unlock a powerful, integrated approach to yoga that frankly most of us have never even heard of.
And boom, right from the get-go, the book hits us with this idea of a paradox. So what is it? Well, it's the huge gap between the yoga we see everywhere, in gyms and on social media, and the vast, untapped potential that's just waiting for us in a more integrated practice.
Here's that paradox in a nutshell. On one side, you have the modern approach. It's almost all about the physical postures, right? And the goal is usually health, flexibility, maybe some stress relief. The method? Well, it's often just do more poses, harder poses. But then you look at the integrated path. The focus explodes outward to include all 8 limbs of yoga. The goal shifts from just relaxation to actually awakening our inner energy for enlightenment. And the method, this is the key, less can be much more. It's not about piling on more postures. It's about how you weave them together with other powerful practices.
Okay, so if the goal isn't just to touch our toes or find a moment of calm, what is the real end game here? What are we actually aiming for? Let's push way beyond simple relaxation.
First, let's just look at the word yoga itself. It comes from Sanskrit and it literally means union or to join. That right there tells you we're talking about something way bigger than a workout. It's a complete, multi-pronged system designed to unfold our deepest spiritual potential. And here's the piece of context that changes everything. Physical postures, the asanas, are just one piece of a much larger 8-part puzzle.
Yeah, just let that sink in for a second. 1 of 8. When you really get that, it completely reframes the whole purpose of our time on the mat, doesn't it? The poses aren't the main event, they're just the opening act for the real journey.
And that journey leads us right here to awakening what yogis call Kundalini. It's described as this huge, coiled reservoir of our own untapped, ecstatic energy. You can think of it like a powerful wellspring of potential that's already inside you, and these integrated practices, they are the map to safely and steadily awaken it.
All right, so how do we actually do this? How do we start working with this energy? The tradition gives us this amazing toolkit with 3 main physical practices. Let's break them down.
First up, asanas, the postures we all recognize. But notice the goal here. It isn't just about flexibility. It's about improving the spiritual conductivity of our nervous system. It's like you're preparing the body's internal wiring, making it ready for a much bigger energy current. Next up, we have mudras. So if asanas are preparing the wires, you can think of mudras as the switches. They are these more subtle, sometimes dynamic positions that are designed to seal or channel the flow of energy through those pathways you just opened up. And the third tool in the kit is bandhas, or physical locks. So, to complete our little analogy here, asanas are the wires, mudras are the switches, and bandhas, they're kind of like valves or circuit breakers. They temporarily block the flow in one place to build up pressure and shoot it in another direction. So you see, together, these aren't just 3 separate things to do. They are a super sophisticated system for working with your own inner biology. Now I know this might be sounding a little complicated, but here's the good news. The path to making progress is surprisingly simple. The book lays out 2 fundamental keys for a practice that is both totally safe and incredibly effective. So the first key is building an integrated routine, something that looks like this. And just look at the timing here, because this is wild. The asanas, the physical postures we obsess over, they're just a short 5 to 15-minute warm-up. The real heart of the practice is the time you spend sitting in practices like spinal breathing and deep meditation, followed by a crucial rest period to let it all sink in. It's this balance that creates the magic. This right here, this is the crucial insight. It's not about becoming an asana superstar. It's all about balance and integration. The source is crystal clear on this. Adding just a few minutes of meditation and breathing to a short asana routine is way more powerful than doing an hour of just postures. Okay, so that's the what of the practice. But there's a golden rule for the how, a principle that governs literally everything to make sure you're safe and always moving forward. So, what is it? Here it is. Never force, and always use gentle persuasion. This is the master key. It doesn't matter what you're doing, a posture, a breathing exercise, meditation, you are in the driver's seat. You go to your comfortable edge, you test it gently, but you never ever push into pain or strain. This idea of self-pacing is what makes the whole journey sustainable. It's what keeps you from getting injured or burning out.
We've covered the what and the how, but what about the why? I mean, what's the payoff for all of this? Let's talk about the ultimate goal, enlightenment, but in a way you can actually feel and experience, not just talk about. It's a word that gets thrown around so much, right? It often sounds so mystical, so completely out of reach. So let's just cut through the noise. What does enlightenment actually feel like, day to day?
And this is what I love, how practical and down-to-earth this definition is. It's not about floating on a cloud. It's about being deeply at peace with things exactly as they are. It's finding joy in the simple act of doing something, not just chasing the result. It's developing this inner witness, like you're watching a movie, so you're not constantly getting tossed around by life's dramas. And maybe most profoundly, it's about living with this steady, growing flow of love that comes from inside you.
And here is maybe the most encouraging part of all. This isn't some far-off destination you have to struggle for years to finally arrive at. No, it's a state of being that emerges naturally, little by little, as your daily practice gently purifies and opens up your nervous system. It's a gradual, organic unfolding. And wow, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? Unshakable inner silence, ecstatic bliss, and outpouring divine love. This is it. It's a journey that takes us from just seeking a little relaxation to discovering a state of unending happiness. And that leaves us with a really provocative thought. What if the most powerful thing you can do for your yoga practice has nothing to do with spending more time doing yoga poses and everything to do with the journey that begins after you get up off the mat?